winning, nothing less, no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson. Looking for Sugar Ray Leonard, an undisputed welterweight champion. Sugar. We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it.
Build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. Defense is not an option for these two. Tried to score with a jab. What a punch! Well done with that counter shot. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Jab slightly off target. He threw a punch and just got countered. Sugar Ray is rocked. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt, it's always coming. Back and forth they go. Counter shot lands. Neither fighter willing to slow down. How about that time counter shot? Nice punch. Beautiful counter shot. Close round with 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope that...
There's the bell for round two. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope, because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Four flank counter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Insane action. punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like the match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Got out of the way of that right hook. A perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Solid punch. Good counter punching. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
There's the bell to start round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. The straight right just misses. Confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? You'd like to see more jabs. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without...
Here we go to the fourth round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Nice punch. Punch, counter punch. What a punch. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Nice counter shot. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That counter punch caught him clean. Perfect counter shot. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Catch and shoot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Beautiful counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Time for the fifth round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. And Sugar is in trouble. Leonard took a big shot and down he goes. Let's see that again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Straight right just misses. scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Oh, wait a minute! Sugar Ray's in trouble! It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown. And there's the bell to start round 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Don't let this fighter speed fool you. There's some method to the... Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. And the referee will allow this to continue. Both men step back for just a moment. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be... Oh, right there! And Sugar is in trouble! Say it ain't so! Down goes Sugar Ray! Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
A shot from the gods took him out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, then he's out of there.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. You gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown is going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
Goes back out there and you do win this fight. He'll
comes round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Good counter punch. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You've got to... You just...
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. How are they still standing?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You'd like to see more jabs. Sugar Ray Leonard dazed. Somehow weathered the storm.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And Sugar Ray is rocked. Sugar Ray is down. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Even I've got to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are right.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. There's a counter shot. This is a high-octane battle. Ten seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath.
Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punches with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Jab just missed with the left hand. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both men step back for just a moment. Those counter punches have to hurt. The referee taking a look here, and if the fighter can't see, the fighter can't fight. This fight will continue. Going to shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The judges have spoken, a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last.